let's see.
Oh no.
Oh, hell no, man. What?
There's this guy on the Whatever podcast who is getting flamed because he can't open a pickle jar. And from what I've seen, this is a big deal because this guy markets himself as an alpha male who should be listened to by the young men of America, yet he can't open a fucking pickle jar.
Come on, you can do it.
Put it right side up. Just
You can
so
do it.
doesn't
You
spill
got
on
this.
All right, bro. I can't do it. Here.
All right.
I can't grip the.
Uh-oh.
Like I gotta have a way to grip it.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slip
What a
right off the
backfire.
lid. Try it.
I remember this girl from the Charlie Kirk Jubilee debate, and I guess she's sort of been hopping around podcasts after that to maintain relevance, which is fine. But boy.
Nah, you f***er. That was bullshit. Bullshit.
All right, so in this video, we have Andrew Wilson, who's like a red pill manosphere guy, who's mostly known for his appearances on the Whatever podcast, which is like a Fresh and Fit knockoff. You know, they have some real high-level conversations on there.
How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. How
What do you
would
mean?
feel- how would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
So from what I understand, this is like an IQ test where apparently if you're asked, how would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning? And you answer, but I did eat breakfast, but I did eat breakfast. That's supposed to say that you can't operate in a hypothetical reality, and so therefore you're a numbskull. But I don't know if that actually is true. Like, I don't know how accurate it is that you're stupid if you can't answer that question, or if you answer, but I did eat breakfast or something. I don't know. But people use this to try to get one over on you because they think if you can't answer it in the hypothetical that, you know, because their correct answer is, well, I would feel hungry if I didn't eat breakfast this morning, then therefore you're stupid. But I think it's sort of just a gotcha. And I think it makes you sound stupid because people think it makes you sound stupid. I don't know if it actually makes you stupid. I'm 22 and 18 is the youngest I would date. Don't know what that has to do with my show, but thank you for the contribution.
How I feel right now because I didn't eat breakfast this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Spelled weird correctly. You were wrong.
No, he didn't.
I before E except after.
And not for weird. It's an exception in the English language.
It's W-E-I?
Yes.
It's weird?
You are
Really?
I promise.
Are you sure?
I promise you.
Are you?
He doesn't know how to spell weird. No, this guy's an ape. This guy's simian. This guy needs to like respond in ooh for that. No. Weird. W-E-I-R-D. Weird.
Are you positive? Bro. How come it sounded like weird?
And Andrew's also the guy
This
that
guy's
caused
dumb.
Wes Watson to throw a temper tantrum at that Fresh and Fit event, which was pretty much the start of Wes's downward spiral. So Andrew defeated Wes, but then almost exactly a year later, Andrew was defeated by a jar of pickles. So, you know, Wes is probably thinking this is the funniest thing ever.
You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits. Having tits and 10-inch arms is what a man is, you guys.
Let's let him
Please
get his,
don't listen to that.
Wes, let's let him get his thing out and then...
Tits.
We can have different opinions.
Yeah.
Titties.
Anyway, back to where I was at.
Boobs.
So there's never a dull moment in the manosphere. Like right when you think they have a new alpha to parade around, they decide to break out a pickle jar, which is a risky move. Andrew knew it too. After the girl tried and she couldn't do it, she slides it over to him and it startles him a little bit. You know, the poor guy.
Oh my God. Look at this
She slides
reaction.
it over to him and it startles him a little bit.
Look,
You know, the poor
oh me, oh my, am I supposed to open this? Bro, yes. If you're gonna say that she's weak or whatever the point you're trying to make because she can't open it, if you're trying to prove some point, maybe that she's stupid, maybe that she's dumb, well, I hate to say this, or not dumb, or weak, I should say. Brother, you are infinitely weaker because you're a guy, and the whole point.
And when the host says yes, he's like,
Oof.
oh, geez. So opening a
Pickles 1 Alpha 0, that's what it's looking like.
jar, it's a scary task, even for the most masculine men out there.
Oh my God. I guess, yeah, Andrew, go ahead.
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
Why does he say that like he's about to lose his virginity? You want to touch me there? Whoa. I usually don't do this on the first date. Dude, open the fucking pickle jar.
It's like a... Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I do. This seems a little immature now.
And the cope starts right away, which was the most embarrassing part. Like, he kept complaining about it being greasy, and then he wipes it all off with paper towels, and he still complains about not being able to grip it. And then afterwards, his wife had to come out and defend him and reassure everyone that he can actually open Pickle Jar.
No fucking chance, bro. His wife, the only matchup Andrew has ever lost. In his defense, he regularly opens jars for me at the home. Dude, no. Guys, I promise my husband is big and strong. He opens jars all the time.
He does it all the time.
This one just got the best of him. It clearly had trained and prepared for this.
And it's just even more embarrassing the fact that she felt like she needed to say this stuff. You know, it's like she knew his masculinity was on the line. Like, she also said Andrew heroically ran off armed intruders during a home invasion. He picked up her...
He's so masculine that even though he can't open a pickle jar, I'm going to bring up the most masculine thing he's ever done because we're so fragile about this. You're a doofus. You're a dork unit. You are just trying to prove that you didn't marry a dork, but with this tweet. This tweet is just running cover for yourself. Imagine needing to 2v1 a jar. It is kind of sad.
230-pound dad to get him into an ambulance faster when he's dying on their front lawn. And he also knocked out a guy with an open palm slap for insulting her at a party. So this is just hilarious. The fact that she felt the need to announce all this just because her husband couldn't open a pickle jar. So he must have the most fragile ego ever. And also, he always talks about how he has complete authority over his wife and she does everything he says. So I don't know if he told her to say this or she just felt the need to say it, but either way, it's just humiliating. I mean, his wife is getting even more defensive than him. You know, he needs to get her under control. Like, to have your wife tweeting about how you can open a pickle jar and how you've done all these masculine things is just kind of sad, and it shows this must have really been affecting them. I mean, she just kept tweeting about this, and she also compared him to Tom Brady at one point. What? Like if Tom Brady were winning Super Bowls, and on the way out of the stadium, he tripped.
No, it's not if, like, Tom Brady were winning Super Bowls. It's if your husband was on the whatever podcast and he was asked to open a jar of fucking pickles. Dude, Picklegate is crazy, because I think it's crazy if you look at someone whose entire career has been built off of going on the fucking whatever podcast. From what I understand, that's where he's known from, the whatever podcast. If this is where you're known from, and this podcast is gained popularity from dunking on women, which is awesome. Okay, that's hilarious. Women own. Okay, own. Gorlock the Destroyer fat. Rate yourself from 1 to 10. I'm a 10. No, you're not. It's funny. These podcasts are funny. But if you are one of the people who is dunking on women and you can't open a fucking pickle jar, dude, that's the equivalent of saying, as a woman on the podcast, that, like, America is a state. America is a city. Like, these people who think that Boston is a state in the U.S., you know, they don't understand how geography works. I think that's funny. They're stupid. Make fun of them. But then you are going to be the person who's going to make fun of them because you're awesome and you're strong and you're wise, and yet you can't open a fucking pickle jar.
And people are like, see, that proves you're not actually a good quarterback after all. So the cope was just out of control here.
It's all fucking slick now.
It's a little,
See, it
little
is.
I got to grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you can't open it either.
Well, your hand greased the whole top of it.
My hand are fine. Here, high five.
It
My
literally,
shoes are slow.
it's like, feel it. Isn't that greasy?
It was like that already. Oh my God.
No,
you're
it
ridiculous.
wasn't. You greased the top.
Use your shirt.
Jesus,
Use your
Andrew.
shirt,
If you can't.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
once the top is dry, if you still
But do
can't
we
get it
now
out.
need to allow her another opportunity with
Dude.
Yeah, give her the paper towel so
Give her
that...
the
No,
paper
I think
towel.
you should do it, Andrew. You're the big, strong man. There you go. Come on.
Here, I'm going to let some chats come
Ungreased.
through. We got some chats while they're working on that. Red Fox, thank you.
Deontology prioritizes intent.
Red Fox, thank you.
Who is casually sending $200 to these apes? This person, Brian, has the middle school $ graffiti on his computer, his production computer, and people are sending him $200. Send me $200. I need it. This fucking dork unit doesn't need it. Okay, dude, who wrote this? Red Fox. Yo, Red Fox, I'm right here, my boy. Deontology prioritizes intent. Well, this guy is just talking like he knows anything, bro. We all know you just spent your $200 weekly paycheck from CVS on this fucking doofus.
For that, appreciate it.
I can't grip the fucker.
Uh-oh.
Like, I gotta have a way to grip it.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slip
What a
right off the
backfire.
lid. My fingers are literally slipping off the lid. I just can't grip it.
You know what? Maybe the olive jars are harder than the pickle jars.
They're not hard to open, but I can't grip the fucking thing.
Watch.
And the host tries for a second, but he can't do it either. Then they call.
Dude, again, another $200 donation. This is all so
guy,
sad.
He immediately opens it. And then Andrew does this really awkward laugh, like a fool's laugh. and starts taking notes. And then the host tells Andrew to clean up.
What is he? What could he possibly be writing down? Note to self, I am a little pussy. That's what he should be writing. He should be writing, I'm a weak bitch. 5 times. Write it until your hand only knows how to write that. Muscle memory, my boy. Jeez Louises. This is so sad. Holy.
The mess the guy left from opening the jar. And you could tell Andrew doesn't want to because that's obviously a woman's job. So Andrew, he basically just turns into a woman here. It's brutal. Like, he needs another man to open a jar for him. Then he needs to clean up the guy's mess. So I think his wife probably got the ick from this, and that's why she's been coping over it.
You can't get your fucking hand on it. Try it. Nah, you fucker. That was bullshit.
What is he writing down?
I just want to say for record.
He starts taking notes.
Olive juice.
He's just writing scribbles, dude. He's just drawing little swastikas.
So does he own your free will now? Because he could open it and you couldn't, based on Forrest?
Wipe it up.
He could at least grip it, I guess.
So I don't know.
Here, wipe it up though.
Yeah, I'll get it, Brian. Calm down. It's all good.
He gets bitched into cleaning it up as well. So the jar that the actual masculine man was able to open created some grease or some liquid that he was also forced to clean up. Bro, you're a maid. You're a custodian. How does it feel, bro? You're a custodian. You've been made into a custodian.
I gotta keep the table clean.
Oh God, is Brian gonna?
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Out?
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Is that good for you now, Brian?
I just want.
The fuck?
I want to remind you, Andrew,
what?
That Jake just totally mogged you.
Well, didn't Jake just totally mog you?
Well, hey, I only got it.
He mogged all of us.
Didn't Jake just mog you?
You had it for a minute, Andrew, and it
was greasy as fuck, and I couldn't grip it.
Up and shit.
And I think the problem is his wife wasn't there to open it for him. It sounds like she does everything for him. Sometimes when she talks about him, it sounds like she's talking about taking care of a child, and she does everything.
That's
around
his
the house.
wife.
She won't even take out the garbage. And he's all proud of it too.
Yeah, well, Andrew, I was going to ask Andrew, when Rachel said that she does all domestic chores, is there anything you do? I mean, do you put the bins out? Do you the trash out? I mean, what do you do anything?
I don't do shit.
Andrew has never done a house chore ever in 17 years.
What the fuck is this? Like, is this supposed to be a flex that your wife is your slave? My wife does my wife changes my diaper. Whenever I make a poopy in my pants, she goes and changes it. She's the best. Whenever my controller breaks because I slam it on the ground because some guy was hacking it in Fortnite, she goes to Target and buys me a new one on command. She's great. Like, this is not a flex. That your wife being like, she's no more useful to you than ChatGPT, and that's pathetic. Your wife should have a strong desire and love for you. And I don't think that just doing your chore, I don't do shit. That's not what love is. I mean, maybe to some extent having your wife assist you in making life easier is love. And I would agree with that. I do think that what you're doing here is insane. I think flexing your wife as like as a housekeeper who doesn't have U.S. citizenship and doesn't speak English and is just cleaning your house for like untaxed earnings, that's crazy.
I do all
Bro wanted a mom, not a wife. And that's a phenomenon. That's a real phenomenon where men just want their like girlfriend to be their mom, to like change their diapers and to clean their room. And low key, that would be kind of nice, but then I wouldn't go and brag about it. Like I could see myself enjoying a few of the benefits, okay? If I'm snuggled in bed and then like I was given a plate of like pizza, that would be amazing. I would love that. But I wouldn't go and brag about it. I would not go and brag to an audience of Piers Morgan viewers that me, as a, 51-year-old man, am enjoying that my wife is slaved to breaking out the garbage and after that making me pizza. That's crazy.
that. I bring him his food. I bring him his drink.
That's what I just said.
I keep track of his schedule.
Oh my God. You have a fucking adult babysitter. Go to a nursing home.
My wife foresees my needs before I foresee my needs. She knows what I want to eat before I even know what I want to eat. She knows what it is that I want before I know what it is that I want. She foresees all of.
Are you a retard? Are you like a retarded child who can't think for themselves? Like, what is this guy flexing, that he doesn't have the mental capacity to predict what he may want to eat? Like, oh, it's breakfast. Maybe I want to have pancake. Yeah, you might want pancakes.
My needs.
So it's too bad she didn't foresee that pickle jar. I guess he's done more house chores for the whatever podcast than he has for his wife. And his wife already had kids with 2 other men before she met him.
What?
So there's nothing traditional about this relationship.
Oh, true.
In the red pill community, that's like cuck behavior. But these people are huge hypocrites. Like,
I mean, I don't really care. I just think that if you're someone who cares, then caring would matter.
So Andrew, he always talks about how important it is for men to be masculine, strong, and stoic, and in control of their emotions, which isn't a bad message, but you got to practice what you preach. I mean, there's nothing stoic about this guy. Like, you put a pickle jar in front of him, and he nearly has a panic attack. Like, you can't get pissed, blame everybody else, and come up with all these excuses when you can't open a jar, and then talk about how men need to stay composed and in control of their emotions.
I would not want to be that guy, that person who just cannot control their internal emotions. That we live in a carnal world full of warring tribes who are always killing each other, and that's part of the human condition. You can't afford to have your men losing control to emotion. Fingers slip right off the lid. My fingers are literally slipping
He
off.
probably doesn't even cut the grass. Well, I would assume at that point, like, he's making enough money here to hire an illegal immigrant. But if his wife's cutting the grass too, then we have a huge problem. Like,
The lid, I just can't grip it.
Here, go.
Yeah, just can't grip it.
the issue with him is that he's trying to parade what an alpha man is, but he's low key a pathetic man child. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, like, this is the sort of thing where he's flexing all the things where you may think that his wife is being submissive by doing these things. But what everyone else sees is a man-child, right? A submissive wife and a mother do have some overlap. But if most of what you're getting from your wife is doing your chores for you, that's a little fucking sad. It looks like he's never opened a jar. No one opens a jar like that. Yeah, I don't know what this form is. This form is crazy. This is crazy. I've never seen this.
Okay, now I want it to be.
I got
it's
this,
like
boys.
pissing me off.
The brutal savagery of men is a necessary precondition for society to exist. I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
Yeah.
The brutal savagery of men. This savagery in question. I can't open a pickle jar. You realize a real savage would fucking throw it on the ground and be like, I got the pickles. Be a savage. Be an adult. Be someone who would be able to hunt and gather. You know, you can't just be standing here waiting for AI to open it for you.
It's just too fucking greasy.
And I think he just might be too greasy. And it's funny, he's always talking about the savagery of men and war and apocalyptic situations.
It's all
Like,
LARPy.
it'd be such an advantage to have on your side. You know, he once tweeted, if you want to survive an apocalyptic situation, your biggest advantage would be to exclude all females from your group or survival cell. Modern women would be completely dependent, and for most practical applications, totally useless. And he says this like he wouldn't be totally useless and excluded. I mean, I don't know what he brings to the table. It seems like he'd mostly be a liability. You know, he's in bad shape. He probably would struggle to run a mile. He also gets easily flustered and blames everyone else whenever there's a little bit of pressure on him. So who would trust him to go to battle with that?
I wouldn't.
He's also too dependent on his wife. You know, she does everything for him. And he's dependent on cigarettes. You know, if he couldn't get a pack of cigarettes, he'd probably lose his mind. I don't think he'd be able to do anything.
Right.
Like, this guy, I think he smokes probably 2 packs a day.
Ooh.
In every podcast, he
2
just sucking him
packs.
down, and he always needs to take a smoke break.
If you don't want to get into the morality, can you say, you said it's healthy masculinity is expansive. Andrew's got to take a little smoke break here.
Yeah, no, exactly.
no.
All right.
And
I'm
I
good.
feel
I'm going
like-
to go off and smoke.
And I feel like the whole argument.
God, you keep changing your position.
No,
I'm going to
I'm
have
not
a
changing.
smoke while Brian lets
All
chats
right.
in. Fucking. It's like a tube of toothpaste, dude. You conceded the debate.
No, I did not concede the debate, Andrew. You're just walking away because you're mad.
Well, I'm going to go have a smoke like I do every time I do a debate.
And I actually saw they both did end up redeeming themselves in that podcast.
Okay.
He brought out a jar for each of
I
them.
bet she's honest. I bet she's only with him for his podcast money. Maybe.
A pickle jar, because apparently the last one.
Does he sell anything? He seems like the alpha tuber. Yeah, I mean, I would assume. But even if he's not selling anything, the money he's making from selling like ad space technically on his videos is enough, I'd assume.
An olive jar, so is different. That doesn't count. And Andrew eventually does open it, but the girl does it much quicker. And she's like, I'm not going to be able to do this. You know, I don't think I'll be able to do it. And it looks like she's barely trying, but she manages to do it. And she doesn't even complain at all. But Andrew, he struggles again and starts complaining about not being able to grip it, even after she...
Andrew lost all respect by failing to open the jar twice. The 90-pound girl opened the pickle jar without trying that hard in a few seconds, while Andrew was fighting for his life. And it took him longer. Weak man, yet that spends all day debating and smoking and should hit the gym. This is the guy that argues that we should force doctrine, by the way.
So clearly that's not
Yeah,
a problem.
no, it's
And
not
this dude
good.
just loves to complain and come up with excuses and can't just accept that maybe he has no grip strength. I mean, if he were just more humble and honest about it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But it clearly means so much to him, and I'm sure his whole career was flashing before his eyes right here. Like, before he opens it, the host is like, oh no. Like, you could tell he's starting to cringe.
All right, let's see. Do it on the table if you can.
Oh shit!
Wait, put it on the table. Put it on the table.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right.
Oh, I got myself.
Oh no.
Oh no.
There we go. Okay.
Just gotta be able
wow.
to
You
grip
know,
the fucking
you
thing.
undersold yourself a little bit. You undersold
Okay.
yourself.
That wasn't that hard.
All right.
And if he could have just laughed at himself here, this wouldn't have been as cringy. But it's so funny he's all serious and still complaining about it after he opens it. But she just like, yeah, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah, the problem is that he's acting above this woman, yet he can't even fucking, like, it takes him longer to do it. Like, half the thing is that he talks about the apocalypse and how women would not be useful, yet he's less useful at opening the fucking pickle jar than she is. 100%. Foyed one up to him? Okay. That's crazy. But she did.
I mean, apparently for Andrew it was. But he was able to do it. I'll give him credit for that. He can actually open a pickle jar, so he is a masculine man. But let me know what you guys think. And if you want more content from me, make sure you check out my Patreon.
Yeah, well, good video. I mean, fuck that guy, right?